As the inquisitorial squad closed in, Fred and George kicked off from the floor, shooting 15 feet into the air, the iron pegs swinging dangerously below. Fred looked across the hall at the poltergeist bobbing on his level above the crowd. Give her hell from us, Peeves. And Peeves, whom Harry had never seen take an order from a student before, swept his belled hat from his head and sprang to a salute as Fred and George wheeled about to tumultuous applause from the students below and sped out of the open front doors into the glorious sunset.
Clove opens her jacket. It's lined with an impressive array of knives. She carefully selects an almost dainty-looking number with a cruel, curved blade. I promised Cato if he let me have you, I'd give the audience a good show. I'm struggling now in an effort to unseat her, but it's no use. She's too heavy, and her lock on me is too tight. Forget it, District 12. We're going to kill you, just like we did your pathetic little ally. What was her name? The one who hopped around in the trees? Rue? Well, first Rue, then you. And then I think we'll just let nature take care of Loverboy. How does that sound, Clove asked?
But it had been nothing. Within minutes, the speakers had crackled again, and the voice, reassuring now and less urgent, had explained that a pilot in training had misread his navigational instructions and made a wrong turn. Desperately, the pilot had been trying to make his way back before his error was noticed.
Where the wild things are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to his bed without eating anything.
The children say, brown bear, what do you see?" The teacher replies, "I see a red bird looking at me." The children say, red bird, what do you see?" The teacher replies, "I see a yellow duck looking at me." The children say, yellow duck, what do you see?" The teacher replies, "I see a blue horse looking at me."
Oh, you're sure to do that, if you only walk long enough. Alice felt that this could not be denied, so she tried another question. What sort of people live about here? In that direction, the cat said, waving its right paw around, lives a hatter, and in that direction, waving the other paw, lives a March hare. Visit either you like, they're both mad. But I don't want to go among mad people, Alice remarked. Oh, you can't help that, said the cat. We're all mad.
And they put that batter up to bake, a delicious Mickey cake. But right in the middle of the steaming and the making and the smelling and the baking, Mickey poked through and said, "I'm not the milk and the milk's not me, I'm Mickey."
What did a carrot say to the wheat? Let us rest, I'm feeling beat. What did a paper say to the pen? I feel quite all right, my friend. What did a teapot say to the chalk? Nothing, you silly. Teapots can't talk.
And that is because of Sybil's fat problem and her need to feel loved. The getting laid part, that is. The genius IQ is just luck, or genes, or something. I'm not sure that either explanation is 100% right, but generally, Erica is very good at analyzing people.
You're in the middle of the tunnel, and everything becomes a calm dream. As you see the opening get closer, you just can't get there fast enough. And finally, just when you think you'll never get there, you see the opening right in front of you. And the radio comes back even louder than you remember it. And the wind is waiting. And you fly out of the tunnel onto the bridge. And there it is, the city. A million lights and buildings, and everything seems as exciting as the first time you saw it. It really is a grand entrance.
When I was 12, I fell in love with an Indian girl named Dawn. She was tall and brown and was the best traditional powwow dancer on the res. Her braids, wrapped in otter fur, were legendary. Of course, she didn't care about me. She mostly made fun of me. She called me junior high honky for some reason I never understood, but that just made me love her even more. She was out of my league, and even though I was only 12, I knew I'd be one of those guys who always fell in love with the unreachable, ungettable, and uninterested.
In the middle of New York City, there's a great big park called Central Park. Children love to play there. It has a toy boat pond where they can sail their boats. It has a carousel to ride on in the summer and an ice rink to skate on in winter. Best of all, it has its very own zoo. Every day, families of all kinds go to visit the animals.
He jerked his head from one face to the next for someone to help him. Finally, his father spoke, his big rough hand stroking his wife's hair, and his eyes downcast, watching the motion. They found the Burt girl this morning down in the creek. "No," he said, finding his voice. Leslie wouldn't drown. She could swim real good. That old rope you kids been swinging on broke, his father went on quietly and relentlessly. They think she must have hit her head on something when she fell. No, he shook his head. No.